Welcome back to Top 5. In an abandoned, crumbling warehouse on the outskirts of Gotham, the air was thick with tension. The sound of rain pattered against the rotting roof, echoing like the heartbeat of two men poised on the brink of chaos. Loki, the God of Mischief, with his emerald green armor glinting under flickering neon lights, surveyed the terrain with an amused smirk. Across from him stood the Joker, a ghastly figure clad in purple, his manic grin cutting through the shadows like a knife. Tonight was the night they had both been waiting for, a showdown to test their cunning, their resilience, and their very sanity. By strange twist of fate, they had both crossed paths after an attempt by Loki to stir chaos in Gotham, which had brought the Joker's interest, along with a brief alliance, a temporary partnership sparked by the promise of mayhem. Yet, long-standing animosity was brewing beneath their tenuous bond. They were both predators in a world too chaotic for either of them. On the outskirts of the warehouse, two shadows lurked, Harley Quinn and Thor. Both came at the uninvited behest of their respective partners. Harley, wielding her trusty bat, eyed Loki with furious determination, while Thor gripped Mjolnir tight, ready to defend his brother if need be. For Harley, this would mean a distraction long enough for the Joker to secure a victory. For Thor, it was an attempt to keep Loki from embracing his darker instincts. But as the storm raged outside, both knew that their involvement in this brutal contest would ultimately end in tragedy. The duel commenced with the swiftness of a lightning strike. Loki summoned his sorcery, a veil of green magic between them, and with a wave of his hand, celestial illusions erupted in vibrant flares, bending reality. The Joker laughed, his cackling echoing in defiance as he hurled an array of lethal playthings, razor-sharp playing cards and grenades that screeched like demons. He danced across the room with chaotic glee, a tornado of madness aimed directly at the God of Mischief. The first clash, a grenade exploded near Loki. Flames danced in the air, but a shimmering shield materialized, absorbing the brunt of the blast. Loki stepped out from the shield, his eyes shimmering with mischief, and gestured to the remnants of the grenade before forcing the shrapnel to swirl menacingly around him, slowly encroaching on the Joker. The Joker, quick on his feet, produced one of his infamous joy buzzers, a device engineered for one purpose: shock and awe. It fizzed to life as he approached Loki, but the Asgardian was ready. With a flick of his wrist, he created a portal beneath them, sending them both tumbling through layers of reality until they landed hard in a twisted rendition of Gotham, buildings stacked precariously, each perpetually on the verge of collapse. Harley took a moment, her heart racing, and darted after the pair, ready to provide cover. Meanwhile, Thor realized that his brother needed him. With a thunderous leap, he followed them, Mjolnir whirling above like a beacon in the dark. Only a split second later, as Harley swung her bat to defend herself against creeping shadows, a chilling scream pierced the stormy fabric of the night. Before she could react, a section of the decaying building fell, crushing the hapless clown. The chaos of battle enveloped them, and Harley was left alone to scream forlornly at the sky. The Joker was dead, and the storm only intensified. With the loss of their partners, both Loki and the Joker seemed to rise to new heights of ferocity. Anger mingled with sorrow, and fueled by madness, the two competitors returned to the grotesque dance of violence. Loki wove intricate illusions, doubling and tripling his figure, turning the clean lines of reality into a puzzle that the Joker had to untangle. "You'll have to do better than that, dear Joker," Loki taunted, his voice splitting into several directions at once as the phantoms of himself distracted the madman. "Better? Oh, I'm just getting started," the Joker roared, unleashing a flurry of carnival-themed smoke grenades. The entire atmosphere transformed into a kaleidoscope of color and confusion. As the air thickened with acrid fumes, the floor became a minefield of booby traps and traps crafted by the Joker's twisted genius. Loki, ever the trickster, countered this chaos with cunning. In a flash of brilliance, he turned the smoke into glitter, the kind that sparkled and distracted, muddling the Joker's sinister vision. The God of Mischief lunged through the haze, reality bending him around corners like a mythical beast, ready to capitalize on the first sign of weakness. But the Joker was ready. He had more than a few tricks up his sleeve. As Loki emerged from the glittering chaos, the Joker pulled out a seemingly innocent rubber chicken, but this was no ordinary toy. It clicked with an unhappy squawk, detonating with a force that sent Loki spiraling backward into a wall of concrete shards. The warehouse shook as their violent engagement escalated, yet fate had other plans. Just as it seemed the duel between God and Madman would burn down everything in its wake, Loki pulled himself back together, stretching his arms and bellowing with a joke of his own, "Joke's on you." Reality warped around him as Loki manipulated time itself, rewinding a mere few seconds. When the world turned back to the moment before the explosion, the Joker was left stunned, his eyes widening in disbelief. In this frozen moment, Loki charged. He had taken the Joker by surprise, summoning the power of illusions, creating monstrous, fiery duplicates of himself that lunged forward, mouths agape for the kill. But the Joker, in a fit of maniacal laughter, revealed a final trump card, a hidden pocket of joy buzzer grenades multiplied across his frame, ready to explode in an uproar of wicked laughter. As he triggered his last trick, the warehouse morphed into a surreal playground, caught in the energy of their destruction. With adrenaline coursing through their veins, both Loki and the Joker hurled themselves at one another in a flurry of strikes, magic, and explosives, culminating in a grand crescendo of power and mayhem. And then, a singular, loud crack. The two figures collided, a burst of darkness and light erupted around them. The ground trembled, the air crackled with electricity as they fought in fierce, blinding brilliance. But in the eye of this storm, it became clear that only one could emerge alive. As the dust settled, and the cacophony faded into silence, the warehouse lay in ruins, marked by the aftermath of their duel. Loki staggered forth, bruised but victorious, looking back at the remnants of once man, once Joker, a vision of carnage sprawled under smoldering debris. His laughter echoed hollowly against the remnants of their battle, a solitude that would follow him forevermore. In the end, the God of Mischief had triumphed. The Joker, that twisted beacon of madness and chaos, lay extinguished, a final prank had been played true to his nature, a testament to the darkness that could even quell laughter itself. A chilling victory in a world where chaos always beckoned, reminding Loki that even in triumph, one did not emerge unscathed.